So Tim, first pre-season game here at home, obviously second of the campaign. How impressed were you with the way the boys went today?
Well, it's first for the seniors. Like last week, Rochdale was mostly it was virtually a reserve grade team. So yeah, I am happy. We've come through with only a couple of bumps and bruises. Obviously, still got a couple of players to come back, particularly McGrath. So overall, I was very, very happy with the result.
Obviously, there's a lot of new faces in the squad. There's been a lot of changes in pre-season. We're happy with the way that the boys are getting to know each other and the gelling.
Yeah, I think so. I think we did some really good things. We had a couple of spells at the back end that was a little bit sloppy, mainly because I think we were comfortable with the lead and had the win. But overall, though, I think the senior guys kept their heads down. Logan and Danny, Joey Lyons and Jack Owens, and then Smithy coming on is a good group to have by way of keeping the tempo, playing the way we want to play rather than overplaying it.
Obviously, some good tries scored and some good rugby league played, but some good defence as well. Only one try each half. Were you impressed with that side of the game as well? Yeah,
they got us on the edge. But although the second try they went through the middle first and then nailed us on the edge with a long ball. But overall, I think the defence was good. You know, first half I only used 2 interchange to half time, and then I put Smithy on and that. So I was pretty happy with the result. First half was a real good indicator. Well, they were fresh. We were fresh. They had a 6-3 penalty count in their favour, and we still led. So I was pretty happy with it.
Are you impressed with obviously the attitude of the lads as well? When they looked at the team sheet and seeing it was a young cast side, it would have been easy for them to have sort of foot off the gas a little bit.
I know that, but I mean, it's the first game, so they were keen. But it is, if you looked at the side, it would be most of those kids would be champ players. Yeah, I mean, they're Super League in a Super League club, so and he had a handful of first graders out there. But I think we've beaten the champ club in that regard. Certainly not the Super League side. But in saying that, there's some pretty fair youngsters out there. I mean, we've got our reserve graders 1-2, and we've got some really good kids in there too, and a few of them were playing tonight. So we're not getting carried away with it, but we had to win by a score like that to be honest. Yeah, and if we were going to say, well, you know, we're going okay, you know, had it been a narrow win with the experience level they didn't have, and the experience level I had, particularly my halves, I'd have been disappointed, but we won well.
You got North Wales Crusaders coming here next week. What are your plans for that fixture? Are you going to mix it up, or is it going to be a strong side like it was today?
It will be our best side start, fittest. We may change that in the second half somewhat, but I want the guys to play a good 40 to 60 minutes next week. We have some bodies in front, games planned against the Canadians on Wednesday, Toronto, and St Helens are chasing us for one. Toronto want another one, so we've got a little bit of that, which is good stuff for us by way of having to play against a very, very good Super League outfit. So we'll be doing those between now and our first game away.
And there was no trialists on show today. Have you got plans to bring them in next week?
The trialists and, as I say, our reserve team will play maybe as a team in part of the second half or something like that. Before they play Wigan, which is their first game here on the Saturday, and we'll be away. But I'll try to. I've got about 18 or 19 that I'm counting on, and I need to get them some time. McGrath hasn't played because he had a hip injury. He was back late from overseas. So we've still got a handful of players that we have to put out there. So, but and I need to go rehearse the things that we got wrong today as well. So anyway, we'll be. I've got to finalise my halves, don't I? I've got 3 pretty good options there. So I've got to work out who's going to be halfback and who's going to be 7, who's going to be 6, and who's going to have to maybe sit the bench and be the utility.